Hello, grade 11. Today we will do the guided activity 5.2 on page 113. And this is the interface, a team tracker. Yes, I know we started this program, but we're going to finish it. We're going to do it from the beginning again. Now, with these activities, they'll give you all the list of things that have to be done and read through that. It's important to actually read through it, but then as well they have words that say write code to do the following. Right, so this will be a long video, and we have read through all of this already, so we're going to go down to write code to do the following. Declare 3 global variables as shown below. Okay, T team, which is a text file variable. Remember, we need a text file variable in order to interact with text files. And you do remember what text files are. So in the data files for this section, which is chapter 5, it is the team tracker, and in that folder you'll see a results.txt, which has got some headings over there. That's the first row, has got a lot of headings, and then we have all the teams separated, and details are all separated by commas. So that's results, and then we have a teams text file which has a list of all the teams that we can choose from. Right, now back to the activities. We're going to go and do our global variables now. I home score and I away score. How do we do global variables? F12, and we're going to either put them over here in the private section, or we can put them over here in the public section. Let's just put them here for fun. Text file teams, colon text file, and I, integer I, T team, sorry, not T team, and I home score, and I away score, global integer. This private just means that it's got class scope. In other words, this class or this program is the only unit that can use these global variables, see them and use them. Only these procedures here, nothing from outside. So if another program is using this program, they cannot see these private variables here. If we put it over here, then they will be public and available to every program. Right, so which could also be put over here in the public section, but I'll put them in private just to demonstrate. Now inside we've got our global variables. They're global because every single procedure will have access to them and will use them. As long as the program is running, they will be in memory, sitting in memory, and only when you actually close the program will they be released and discarded from memory. Now in the on-click event, do the following. Declare a local variable called stempTeam. So they've even giving you instructions. An on-click event of what? The load teams button. There it is down there. Double click it, and we have to make a local variable here. var steam name. Oh, stempTeam. Temp team. A string. Then in the next instruction, assign the T team variable to a text file, so we can use an assign file function. Well, then they say test if the text file exists. Well, let's rather first test to see if it exists before we go and assign the text file variable to the actual team. So we're going to first find out if not file exists. Excuse me. Teams.txt. Where is it? Yep. Teams, inverted commas, teams.txt. Then we will show a message and either message file not found. We can either exit or application dot terminate. This instruction, application dot terminate, will close the whole program. Exit will only close this particular procedure, and in the instruction it says, if the file does not exist, output a message and terminate the program. So application.terminate, it is. I'm not going to use exit there. Exit just closes that particular procedure. So then, the next thing, so then you must assign the file. So I'm doing it in the opposite order. Assign file, because we normally do it this way. Assign file t team 2, that's text file variable, which is that one up there, the global variable t team. Assign that to teams.txt. Copy and paste is your buddy. Right, and then you're going to reset it, because we are going to go and read from t team. Right, assign the file and open it, or reset the file for reading. That's what we did. Now we're going to use a while loop to read each line from the text file and store each line into stemp team. Right, so while not end of file t team do begin. T team is our text file variable. T for text file, begin and end. Read ln t team. We're reading the line into stemp team. So we're reading from this text file t team, and the line that we're going to read, we're going to store it in stemp team. So teams.txt is now going to be read from. We're going to read from it, and there is the text file there. We're going to read the first line. Put it into stemp team. Okay. Add stemp team to the home and away list boxes. We're going to add them to both the list boxes as we read each team name from the text file. List boxes work the same as a combo box. So the list boxes are called list home, lst home dot items dot add, open brackets, stemp team. And then we have the next one, list away dot items dot add stemp team. So we're going to have both the teams neatly in each list box. What is a list box? This is a list box. When you put a list box onto your form, list box looks like that. What it is, it's just like a combo box, but you do items.add to add items to the actual list box. I know it looks like a rich edit, but it's not. It doesn't work like a rich edit. It works like a list box, like a combo box. If you had to choose from a combo box, if I'm going to go look for a combo box now, this is what a combo box looks like. It has a drop down arrow where you can choose an item. Over here the items are all visible, so that's the only difference between the two. But list boxes have item index, and so does a combo box have an item index. So that's what we're going to use. Then they say enable btn home and btn away. So we're doing exactly what they tell us to do in the load teams button. So after you read from the text file, added everything, btn home dot enabled equals true, and btn away dot enabled equals true. That's that button click done. Run the program. Come on. So we're going to click load teams, and there it is. And then when you're running the program, the person's going to choose a name from each side, and then we're going to click the button, and this one is the goal for this team, and that is the goal for that team. So there's two goal buttons, so when you click the button, you're going to add one for the goal, and we'll put it in that little label over there. So that's the idea. So remember that when we click on a team name, it's going to have an item index for this list, LST home. If we click on here, we'll have an item index for this list, LST away. Just remember that. Sort of like a way of storing something in your program while it's running. Okay, now moving on, let's go to the on-click event for BTN home and BTN away. We're going to increment our home score and our away score for each one of those. So if you click on BTN home, we'll increment our home score. If you click on BTN away, we'll add 1 to our away score. Increment meaning add 1 to. Increment by 1. It's adding 1 to an integer. Now our home score and our away score are global variables, and they're initialized. Well, we don't actually have to initialize them. Maybe we should. Hey, let's go and initialize them in the form create. Global variables are automatically initialized to 0, but just to be on the safe side, and here's a, how do I know that's form on create? Click on the form, go to events, and find on create. We can always use on activate or on create or open. We have on create, so we can use that one, and we're going to initialize these two variables to 0. They are global variables, and then when we click on this goal button here, BTN home, we will add 1 to our home score. That is your procedure for increment, you might remember. And then we click on the away team, BTN away, we can increment our away score. There we've done that. Okay. Next thing, let's see what else we have to do there. That's it. Oh, we also have to update LBL score to show the new scores. And we have to go and LBL score is this goodie over there. Looks like a clock, but it's not. It's just a label saying that score's on the left hand side and that score's on the right hand side. So we have to change that to a different caption each time we click on a goal. So this is LBL score.caption. LBL score.caption equals, first of all, we're going to put in our home score, because the left hand side is home and the right hand side is away, into string I home score, join that to a space and a colon and a space, and then join that to the other variable, global variable or counter for our away team. See what I did there? So we're basically replacing the label each time with the new updated global variables, our home score and our away score. But we have to go and put that colon in between. And guess what I'm going to do for the other button click event? The other goal got, oops, I forgot, I didn't spell properly. If you're going to copy and paste, make sure your code is correct before you do. I'm going to copy and paste that into this other button, goal button. So each time we click the button, that label will be updated for the updated scores. Both of them have to be displayed each time. Even if you clicked on the home score and you added one, you've got to go and update the label for both so it looks the same. So we're replacing the label each time, whatever's in that caption property of the label. Not replacing the label, the caption property will be replaced. Right, so so fine, we'll say we will test our program and we would have to go and move on with this because we are going to do the next part. Okay, so we're going to test our program and click on load teams, and then we click on one and click on the other one, goal goal, goal, and then he scores a goal, then he scores another one, and he scores another one, and they score another one. So as you can see, it's changing each time there. Right, now that is this guided activity 5.2, and then the 5.2 over here is using the other button, click events. So we need to move on to this example here on page 114, where we're going to add teams to an existing file. Okay, so I'm actually going to do that in this video. Now we'll be able to enable users, or maybe we'll do that in the next video. Okay, I'll do this one in the next video. So you get up to scratch with what I've done so far, and then we'll move on tomorrow to the next one.